Hello friends, this is Satwinder Bhatia from Sukhmaniimmigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today I'm sharing with you part 2 of the video which you liked so much. So part 2 of a video is about Spousal Open Work Permit and new changes which happen. So before that I start with that, I request you, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe and please like the video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. So without further delay, let's get started. So today's video is about Spousal Open Work Permit, which is called SOWP also. It is part 2 of the video. Part 1, if you have not seen, please definitely go and check part 1. I will also post the link here in the description. And part 1 is very important because that will give you the continuity of this video too. So part 2 talks about new changes which happened into the Spousal Open Work Permit, and also it talks about the skilled worker category. So let us look into all these details. So before that, I want to talk about once again about the benefits of Spousal Open Work Permit. So why is Spousal Open Work Permit so popular? There has to be so many benefits. Yes, there are so many benefits, and that is the reason it is so popular. Let's quickly look into the benefits. So the first benefit, of course, that husband and wife can stay together. There is no need of that long distance relationship, and of course one person can earn and other person can study, or one person can earn and other person can contribute to the household work. So these type of things can happen, but these are small benefits. Look at the other benefits, right? So no IELTS is required. No means no any language test, not just IELTS. You don't have to give any kind of language test. So that is the one of the biggest benefit of this. No ECA required, right? No education credential assessment required, no degree required, no job offer required, no LMIA required, no work experience required. You can come to Canada without the job and then search for the job. So you can work for any employer and you can work full time, right? No proof of funds needed. So proof of funds, the one which is in the home country don't have to show any proof of funds. The one who is in Canada have to show the proof of funds. So many benefits. That is the reason it is so popular. Now, who can get SOWP? Spousal Open Work Permit basically is divided into 3 categories. We already talked about the category 1, which is student, which come under International Mobility Program IMPC 42. So we already talked about in detail about this category in part 1 of the video. So part 2, which I am currently talking in this video, we will be talking about skilled worker, which is IMPC 41 category, and other which include caregivers, which also include military personals, which also include any other miscellaneous categories like person who have sponsored their spouse in Canada, or any other category wherein they are eligible for the Spousal Open Work Permit. So this is the overall categories. So we'll talk about the skilled worker IMPC 41 in this category. So the requirement is straightforward, that you are applying on the basis of your spouse work permit. So you need to attach a copy of your spouse work permit. So that's first thing, right? And the second thing is that you need a letter from the employer which clearly states that this job is not O, A or B category. So plus copy of the employer, any kind of job letter, any kind of offer or employment offer or contract. So you need to attach that. And you also need to attach pay slips. Pay slips can be, pay slips comes here weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever pay slips, but at least 2 to 3, I would suggest minimum 3 pay slips are required. So this is the requirement. In addition, general requirements which are there from the applicant is that they have to prove that they are in a genuine spousal relationship and they are admissible to Canada. That is, there is no ban on them on entering Canada, and they are law-abiding citizen, and they are there is no criminal record. You can prove this with the help of a PCC. police clearance certificate. You should not be any kind of danger to or security of Canada, and be in a good health. You can prove this with the help of a medical exam, and you are not intended to engage in any kind of list which is ineligible employers, which are blacklisted employers. With Canada government always post this list of blacklist, which are blacklisted employers. They put the list, and you should not be working from them. You should not be working in the adult industry, which is like erotic dances or erotic massages. So all these things you should not be doing it. So this is the requirements. Now, and documents required, of course, you need the passport copy, you need digital photos, you need marriage certificate. In addition, you need your spouse documents. You also need copy of, which is most important, because on this basis you are coming. So you need a copy of work permit, spouse work permit. So you need job letters, pay slips, proof of funds from the person who is in Canada, family information, letter of explanation, shared expenses. You also need proof of relationship and your joint photos together. So this is kind of a narrow list. I'm not saying this is in depth, but these are must have. In addition, there are many other documents which are still may be required, which is case specific. So, but this is minimum kind of requirement of the documents. Now, fee for spousal open permit. So fee is $255, and this is same whether you apply as a student or whether you apply as a skilled worker. It doesn't make any difference. So it will remain the same, $255, $100 for open work permit fee, $155 for work permit fee. So processing time will also remain the same whether you apply as a spouse of a student or whether you apply as a spouse of a skilled worker. So how long your work permit is valid? Your work permit, the spousal open work permit is valid till the time your spouse work permit is valid. So in student case, we saw it was study permit, how long the study permit was valid. Now these are the things which are for the skilled worker category. Now let us look at the new changes which happened. So please, I have tried to put these new changes with the help of a graphical representation so it is easy to understand. Now, before even talking about the changes, I'm trying to tell you the loophole which was there. This loophole has been closed. Now, what is that loophole? Let us look into it. So, Canada has a university or a college. So, in Canada, this university or college exists, and in the home country could be anything: India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Sri Lanka, can be any country. So, from that country, a student gets the study permit and flies to Canada. Now when he or she comes to Canada, the spouse from the home country also comes on the basis of either the study permit or the skilled worker permit and applies for SOWP, Spousal Open Work Permit. So when applies for SOWP, when gets SOWP, so what happens? They come here in Canada and start working on the job. So when they get the job, the person who is in university or originally who has the skilled worker permit disappears from, either they quit the university or disappears from the existing job, and they start working based on the spouse work permit now. So this thing has been completely stopped, and there is end which is put on to this with the help of a new term which is coined. Now let us look at that new term. That new term is principal foreign national. Who is the principal foreign national? So principal foreign national is the first foreign national of the couple. So if there is a husband and wife suppose comes here to Canada on study permit, so wife becomes the principal foreign national. Or if husband and wife is there in the home country and husband takes the LMIA based work permit and comes to Canada, so husband becomes the principal foreign national. Now either way, as I said, either by study permit or by work permit. So they come and to Canada, and or they can be deemed as authorized under section R 186. So they come to Canada and they become eligible either for a study permit or work permit, and then followed by their spouses who come on the spousal open work permit. So principal foreign national continues to remain the principal foreign national. They will be the one who will be applying in the future also for the PR card process, and they will be the one who will remain as a principal foreign national if they quit from studies. So they cannot take work permit based on their spouse work permit. This is the entire thing. So that is how is explained. The principal foreign national cannot obtain spousal work permit under category C41 or C42 based on dependent spousal open work permit. So that is the most important thing. That loophole has been closed with the definition of a principal foreign national. Now, genuinity of the relationship. This is point number 2. So 3 things happen. One is new term has been coined. Second, genuine relationship. So although earlier also genuine relationship was stressed, but now an extra stress has been put on to the genuinity of the relationship, because you are getting work permit based on either the study permit of your spouse or work permit of your spouse. So practically you are not doing anything. You are just getting something because you have a relationship. So that relationship has to be validated, cross-validated, and that relationship is make sure that government tries to make sure that the relationship is not primarily entered for the purpose of acquiring the status, and also it is not a not genuine relationship. If it is not a genuine relationship, straightforward, it will be a no. So if officer has a little iota of doubt also, even smallest doubt, he can ask for extra documentation. He can ask for more details, and he can also refuse the case. So that is where the genuinity of the relationship is very, very important. Now, last thing, what happened is, this is the third change. So we talked about first change, which was, we talked about genuinity of the relationship. We also talked about another change which happened is that principal foreign national term was coined and principal first foreign national. So then the third thing is postgraduate work permit. So earlier, if you are not studying for a program that doesn't qualify under postgraduate work permit, you can still apply for the spouse. But now with this changes, principal foreign national studying in a program that is eligible for PGWP can apply for his spouse only for SOWP. If, for example, if you are studying in a program that is not eligible for postgraduate work permit, you cannot apply for spousal open work permit for your spouse. So these 3 new changes happened. So if you want to know more details and further information you can reach out to our office. Our office is located in Brampton, and our email and phone numbers are provided here. Once again, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, and thank you once again for watching the video. Thank you very much.